Okay, you are thinking about renting in Abu Dhabi. Either you're new to Abu Dhabi or you're looking at moving home. We've got a fantastic guide. It is called All You Need to Know About Renting in Abu Dhabi. And I'm just going to take you briefly through an overview of it now. It's a very nice guide. It's got a lot of pictures. Call one of our agents, meet them, sit down with them, have a coffee, go through this guide that'll explain the whole process to you. Now, briefly, what that guide does, it goes through fundamentally 12 steps. Okay, when to start looking. A lot of people try and start looking too early. Realistically, 3 weeks before you need to move is a great time. Any earlier and you won't be able to reserve a unit you want. You don't want to be seeing a unit, loving it, not being able to reserve it, lose that unit, and then not be able to find it again. All right. 2, what you need to start looking. Brief idea of what you want, just have a quick think, maybe do some research online. You need some time. It's difficult to do viewings in the evenings and on the weekends because of keys, and you need to work out what your budget is. Maybe have a conversation with your HR about housing allowance they might give you, or think about your own budget. Number 3, what you need to reserve a property. You'll need your visa, you'll need your Emirates ID, and you'll need a bank account with checks. If you're new to the UAE, yeah, we use checks. It's old fashioned. There's a reason behind it. I won't go into it now, but you need a bank account with checks. Broker, you need a broker to go on a home search. Obviously, we're at Crompton Partners think we're the best. Other brands are available. What I would suggest not to do is go on the property portals and find, beautiful properties. There's a lot of rubbish on there, a lot of clickbait, and a lot of really poor brokers. Ask for a recommendation, go online, find one, talk to your friends. Alternatively, please give us a call. How to conduct your search. So your broker will take you through it. You need to free up some time, go and see a few units, and as I said before, they are easier to see during the day, not weekends and evenings. And also, you might see some pretty horrible places. Landlords point blank refuse to do maintenance when a tenant moves out. They only do maintenance when they get a new tenant. I don't know why, it's crazy. That's just how it is. What you will see, as I said before, you're gonna see some pretty manky places. Don't worry about it. Sometimes the power won't be on. Sometimes there's a lot of maintenance to be done. Yeah, try and look through that. We try and get the landlords to do the maintenance, but it's a mentality thing. Negotiation. That's too long. Number 7, negotiation. You can negotiate on the price. Also, your start date is really, really important. Obviously, if you can start the contract very quickly, you'll do better negotiating price. If you're trying to start the contract in a month's time, the landlord will want to be compensated for that. So think about that. Number of checks. Number of checks is really important. Landlords love 1 check, or they rent up front. Tenants love 12 checks. Very difficult to get in Abu Dhabi. So, use number of checks as a bargaining point. Number 8, the offer and acceptance process. You want to make an offer to a landlord, for the most part, what you'll have to do is fill out a request for offer form. All right, this is like, I would like an offer for this, 100,000, starting this date, 3 checks, whatever it is. The landlord will then come back with an offer. You will give a deposit to hold that unit, and you then that will usually hold the unit for anywhere between 3 and 7 days. You have that time then to give over the rent checks. Number 9, what do you have to pay? So clearly, you got to pay a deposit. The deposit to reserve the unit will then become a security deposit, so you won't get that back. It'll be a security deposit, and any work that needs to be done on the apartment or house at the end, that the landlord will use your security deposit to do that and give you the balance after you leave. Obviously, you got to pay the rent checks. You'll have to pay your broker's tenant assistance fee, which is usually 5% of the annual rent. That's a one-time payment only. If you renew, you don't have to pay that again. Tawthiq fee, you may have to pay a fee for the Tawthiq to generate the Tawthiq. Try and get your landlord to pay this. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's part of the negotiation. And you'll need to put down a deposit for gas and also chilled water. And there may be other admin fees as well. Check with your broker. 10, before you move, go around the apartment or house, do a snagging list, make sure the owner is there, make sure you both sign off a snagging list. Snagging list is all the bits and pieces that need to be fixed. If a light bulb's not working, if something's not painted properly, cracked tile, note all those down and make sure that the landlord acknowledges them as well, so he's going to do the work on the property. 11, handover. So you've checked the property, your broker's checked the property, the work's been done, it's handover day, your tenancy start date, you're going to get the keys. Make sure that if it's an access controlled tower or compound, security knows you're coming with your moving truck. Meet the landlord there, take the keys, go around the snagging one more time, make sure everything's working, and move into your new home. 12, the final connections is going to be your internet, your phone. Once you're in situ, you're just going to call up Etisalat's the provider in Abu Dhabi. Do also is another one. You'll also need to make sure that your gas and chilled water is connected. That should have been applied for beforehand, but yeah, just make sure it's connected. And that should be it. Should have your new home there. As I said before, our Crompton Partners agents are happy to have a coffee with you, sit down, talk you through this whole process so that it's not intimidating for you and so that you know about every step before it happens.